I think everybody likes a good business success story, and this is mylendingplace.com. I started this company over 10 years ago. You can see there, it's still an LLC, still based in Austin, Texas. We have a different address now. You can email me at john@mylendingplace.com. Now, this was just something I pulled up from one of my old websites. Because I'm no longer licensed in the state of Texas, you can't have a live website. So I wanted to kind of show you some of the stuff that I had on my website and kind of to put a little bit of meat on the bone. In fact, there was the process for 10 years. Funny enough, it took me 2 years in the business before I realized, I need to just send my customers a process so that they know from the very beginning whether they're applying for, in my case, I ran a mortgage company, but you can use My Lending Place for a car loan company, anything that's lending. You can just think of the vast audience that you're going to have. Anywhere that people need lending, mylendingplace.com, you can use in your lending company, whether you're a bank or whatever. Now, after 10 years, I decided to kind of shut shop. The regulations got too much. But you can still email me at john@mylendingplace.com if you're interested in buying My Lending Place. In fact, let me kind of show you some tax returns. I won't show you all of them because we go back to like 2006, and my very first year I made a whopping $30,000. And anybody who's run a business, I'm not talking about those people who inherit businesses from like grandma and dad. I'm talking about people who run it. You know that when you start it 10 years down the road, that company's in a completely different place. It's mature, the systems are in place, and you can see there I am, Jonathan, 2013. You can see that I'm at 243, and my AGI for 2013 was 174. Now, by this point, I had gotten all the systems in place. I knew how to do it. And then Dodd-Frank came in and got, boom, done. So it really sucks that regulations will push out small businesses, but a lot of these governmental regulations, that's exactly what they're designed to do. Regulations is sold, or I should say regulation is sold in the context that we're going to help the borrower. Well, my fees were much lower, my rates were better, but I'm out of business because I couldn't keep up with the demands of Dodd-Frank. So now here I am selling My Lending Place to really a mid-sized bank. So I won't go into Dodd-Frank. I will talk about My Lending Place and kind of what it can do for you. MyLendingPlace.com is a great asset for a mid-sized, small regional bank. Now, I was based in Texas, but you don't have to be based in Texas. If you run you run a private bank in Connecticut or New York or La Jolla, California. My Lending Place with the systems that I developed can be very profitable. Now, for me, it was me and a couple of other people. I was making over $200,000 just kind of part-time. And I want to stress this point very clearly. Not only are the digital assets valuable, but I would be willing to stay on for 3 to 6 months with a monthly or maybe even a per diem, because when you learn my systems, that's where you're going to be successful. See, mylendingplace.com started in the very first year, we just made $30,000. What happened between the first year and 2013? Well, we grew and we developed lots and lots of systems. So if you wanted to buy the digital assets and just shake my hand goodbye, I would let you do that as long as the price was right. But what I'd really like to see is My Lending Place grow to kind of a My Lending Place 2.0. And I like to see the second life of it. And the ideal bank or the ideal buyer is a well-capitalized bank, someone that has a lot of money, that can fight Dodd-Frank, that has the deposit relationships that Dodd-Frank is requiring. And then people who will come in and say, okay, this guy built it from nothing. He has proven numbers. Let's listen to him. And then I'm kind of a consultant. And then 3 to 6 months later, I'm gone. My fear, this is one of my concerns. I'm so good at lending. I'm so good at building the company, because again, this was my livelihood. I built it from nothing. Is that you will not want me to go. You're like, oh, we want you to stay and be our manager. Like, nope, that would cost you way too much money. And I'm kind of a guy that likes to start a company, grow it, and then sell it. So anyway, mylendingplace.com, if you're interested in buying the digital assets, and by the way, I own 4 or 5 really high value domains like Dallas Lending. Now, you may just want to buy Dallas Lending. You may be a small bank in Dallas and you want me to come in and build a kind of a miniature My Lending Place, but under Dallas Lending. Well, we can talk about that. But the ideal sell is a person that's going to buy all the digital assets, 7 to 10 times earnings. These are proven numbers. It's a proven system. I'd love to talk to you. Again, I am Jonathan, and if you're interested in buying a turnkey online mortgage company, you can email me at, let's go back, john@mylendingplace.com. Thank you.